Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Black Heel Podcast with your hosts, Scott and Mike. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the season finale of Gen V. And then moving on to our character spotlight from Mike. No trailers again this week. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I felt like this year, every single week has been a trailer. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean it was there would be like one or two that didn't have a trailer, and then
But there'd be so much content
yeah,
that we didn't even matter. But
yeah,
like now we're in this weird spot where like there's
there's
literally
nothing.
nothing, and
Yeah,
now there's new trailers, and I'm like, wow, this is interesting.
and now we're both now that you put it in my head, I'm sitting here wondering, okay, now is Adventures of Superman going to drop randomly, and we're gonna
Well, I've been checking regularly just to be on the safe side because it threw it. I think I found out like 2 days after it had come out that it had come out because I
last
didn't.
time no last time
It
you
was
it
the day of.
was it no it was like a week or two before you were like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it was announced like, oh, it was announced like a day before or something like that.
yeah, like we saw like a I was like, no, there's no way, and then I looked it up and there was a trailer that I didn't see. I was like, there no advertising for this?
Apparently not. There really isn't right now either. It's the weirdest thing, but
Yeah,
like still popular for good reasons, and they're getting a spin-off.
yeah, that's right. Yep.
They're
Well,
doing
Adventures of Green
Adventures of Green
Lantern.
Lantern.
Yeah,
But we don't know which Green Lantern. But I think
it
that'll
could
be
be all of
interesting.
them.
Also true. But we'll have to wait and see. But the only thing, like we just said, we only thing that we know is that Superboy is in it, which means Lex has copied. Well, if they continue the story the way it normally goes, is Superboy is going to be a clone of Superman.
There are many. I mean, with the way this one is going, don't forget Lex Luthor is very young and ambitious, so we don't know how they're going to go about it. There's different versions of every story, so they could come up with a brand new one, just as they have been. Like this whole
Absolutely.
thing, this whole series has been brand new.
Yeah,
So
we were not expecting what we got. We got a different type of Brainiac. Um we got a different type of pretty much everyone.
yeah,
Kara, I don't think we've gotten anybody who is like what we would typically see in Superman. We
no,
would see them,
absolutely
but
not.
not in the way that we do now, which I
Yeah,
think is also very cool.
and that's what
Um,
made that's the thing that makes it awesome is that, as I always say, you can change the character as much as you want as long as you keep it true to its character, and they've done it for that series.
yeah, they and we also talked about this too. They've also kept it like true Superman story too. Like it's just like as weird as it sounds, like it's like
True to the
hey,
character.
will you let me finish?
Like you
No,
just
I like
repeated
my
what I
way
said
of saying
in a fancy way.
yes. Like I would like to continue.
It's like
Um,
I'm just
you know
sitting here
what?
with
Just go with Gen V. Just talk about how you feel about Gen V, and then I'll enlighten everyone with the fancy way of saying it.
What's funny is that I'm sitting here. Okay, we're only supposed to talk about Gen V, and somehow we've gotten onto
Not
Superman.
somehow because of me. Now continue. I know how I did it.
All right. Well, I mean, overall,
To be
Gen
fair, it
V
is
season
deliberate.
finale. Uh,
What were your
it
overall
was
thoughts?
I liked the episode as a whole. I thought the way that it ended was a little. I was expecting more at how it ended. Um, like it kind of just felt like something out of place for the boys universe, where it's like, oh yeah, everyone happily came together, and all right, we're gonna team up and uh fight the bad guys. So it like
All right. So weirdly enough, I feel like it works out because in the end of season 4, it was all negative of the boys, right?
yeah,
So I feel like in this way we're going to be getting more of the positive. So I will say this: I thought this is great foreshadowing for what I'm assuming we're going to be seeing happen in season 5. And what I mean by that is the evolution of people's powers. So people are going to be pushed to the limit. And their powers will be. I don't want to say that. Well, I don't want to phrase this because I don't know how much your powers can actually get better, or if it's more the fact you know how to utilize them better. I don't
I
know.
think
It's a
it's
weird,
more utilize them better. I
but it
think that's
but you get my point, right? Where it's like, but it makes you then more powerful.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of like Starlight, as we
Yeah,
talked about a few weeks ago. she can't fly, but because of she knows how to use her powers better, she can fly with her powers.
Yes.
Not she doesn't literally have the ability to fly, but
Yes.
um, you
And
know,
we've seen that she has the ability to use it easier. It seems.
yeah.
Um,
So it's just like getting a better grasp of herself and her powers, and I think that's kind of how they're going to go. I don't really know if everybody's going to get in that sense where it's like everybody's going to microphone just fell. I don't think everybody's going to like level up in that sense, but like everyone's going to have a role. And
I don't know. I will say this. Definitely everyone will have a role for sure. I still think we're going to see the improvement of powers, but the one person we're not is going to be Homelander. And I think there's a reason for it.
Homelander's in his collapse. So,
Well, yes, but also for the fact in his mind is he's perfection.
oh yeah.
And like I- you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's actually going to hinder him, minus all the other mental health problems that he has, obviously. But I mean, I think that's going to be the big thing that kind of holds him back.
Well,
Um,
I don't necessarily think he. Well, no, he definitely sees himself as perfection because he's a superior being.
I'm
But
not saying he
it's
feels like it 100% of the time, but I think overall he's the best in his mind.
yes, that's what it's going to be overconfidence that gets him
Yep,
because he thinks that
yep,
nobody can touch him because of how strong he is, and then someone else is going to come along that can, like for example, when Huey, Soldier Boy, and Butcher teamed up to take him out, like that caught him off guard. He didn't know what to do because nobody could stand up to him, and now all
right.
of a sudden,
No, absolutely. And I think the big thing too is it's like everyone else is fighting people who are quote unquote stronger than them, and so they're then leveling themselves up. Quite
mm,
literally, what this whole season has been about has been what Cypher said: we're leveling up,
yep,
and everyone in Gen V has leveled up in some sort of fashion. There's not been a
absolutely.
single character that did not. Um, the only and so I think because of that, because Homelander was already at the top, right? And I think we've discussed this many a times. I don't remember if we have in this detail, but there's no, as you stated earlier, nobody can touch him, right? So
Mm.
he's not had a fight where he's had to like hone his skills because all he
Yeah,
has to do is punch, throw, laser beams.
yep,
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Where
yep.
he's not had to do anything all that crazy
It's the
before.
it's the conversation of who would win Superman, uh, Omni Man, and
Homelander.
Homelander. Who would win? Like Homelander can't touch Superman or Omni Man because he's never had to challenge himself. So
Yeah, I think
now
that's the
now
thing.
he's
Yeah,
going to have to challenge himself, and I think it's going to be his downfall because now he, like you said, he's already questioning himself because of his mental instability. Now it's going to get worse because it's like, oh god, now someone can actually hurt me. What do I do? He's going to panic.
I mean, 100%. I cannot disagree with you. I mean, I can't disagree with you at all because it's perfect, to the most finite detail. Um,
Oh, you're not going to try to twist it and say it the same way, but in a more fancy way.
oh, you don't get the reference I made?
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, that's actually a line that Homelander has when he talks when they do his documentary about his past. Um,
Oh, yeah, 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 that's right. I forgot about that.
um, so I was busting your chops, but
you,
also making it relevant. I won't do
yep.
that again because you don't get the references. Hopefully, you watch the shows next time. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember it from 7 years ago. All right, you son of a. It's
I think
PG. PG.
is it was I think that was season one though. But anyway, it doesn't
That
matter.
was season one. No, that was.
No, it was. To be fair, I was thinking it was either season one or season two, but it doesn't matter. Um, but no, overall, I think I think that's going to be his downfall. I'm also now questioning whether or not it's going to be Butcher that takes him out. Eh, But here's what I'm thinking. Right, this is my thought process, which I feel like would be a little bit sad. Is that the resistance beats him and he
Mhm.
runs away, and then Butcher goes for the kill.
I don't.
because we don't know where Butcher is right now mentally
Yeah.
with the Resistance and everything else.
Well,
He
he's against them.
he's against who specifically?
I think he's against everybody. I think he's all for himself at the moment.
No, no, that's what I mean. Like he's not really with. He's kind of just nowhere.
Yeah. So it's like anyone that gets in his way, if they do not agree with him, he's going to try to kill them. So with the resistance being what they are, they're going to try to stop him, which means he's going to try to stop them. I don't think there's going to, I personally, unless something really in a desperate attempt, I don't think they're going to team up with him. I think if they see him, they're going to try to take him down.
Marie heals his cancer.
Ooh, that would okay. That
I
might
just,
happen.
I'm sorry. It just came to me because I just remembered that she can heal people. Um, but anyway, so yeah, so I mean, we'll get into more of this in a bit because we got to talk about this episode. So man, uh,
I absolutely love. I loved Doug. Just like he's such a
he
cheerful guy for after getting so much abuse for the last how many years,
and he's the
and
second puppet,
he's the second puppet.
which I also find to be interesting.
They did
Um,
confirm about you thinking that he didn't age, so clearly he did age. They said he did.
correct. Well,
Um,
he alluded to the fact that he's aged. Yes.
well, no, they said it. They're like, how come Godolkin didn't age, but you have?
Yeah. Um,
Polaris said that,
Polarity.
and Polarity, yeah, sorry. Uh,
I know
and then
because you're thinking of the X-Men. I know.
yeah,
I do the same.
sorry.
I legitimately do the same thing, and I have to check myself every time.
Um,
Um,
so then he, and that's when he brought up that he was the second puppet.
yeah, I also thought it was interesting too, just for the sheer fact that he. So remember when I said he's a comedian, the actor, and I was like, I'm kind of surprised, but I guess I've seen a lot of comedians do like villain roles and do like really well, but I think it's even funnier that although he was the villain, he wasn't.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he had to play the villain, obviously, but like at the end of the day, he was not the villain,
he
which I
wasn't.
think is so funny too. Um, and he was literally just a meat puppet, um, which is disgusting to think about, especially with what he was doing to all the kids. Um, but yeah, it was interesting, and it was also interesting that he goes right to Sister Sage, and then what I also find interesting is the fact that he goes against her plans
Hmm.
immediately,
Yeah, and
and
then and I was very surprised that she didn't know how to reel him in. She actually panicked and kind of
so here's my thought. Here's my thought process on that. Right. So her whole thing is in her mind, right? Because she sees everything. We're gonna
yep.
say it, even though it's not precognition. Obviously, it's super intelligence, but like she knows what's gonna happen.
She's
She can.
calculated every possibility, and it's like, okay, this is how things are going to go no matter what. So the
There
fact
was
that it deviated from her what she thought was going to happen, I am surprised that she didn't have some kind of backup plan to make up for that.
well, I think one because of how he was talking for all those years. I would imagine, right?
True.
That she didn't think he would change his mind. But the other issue came to be when he is now in his body. He got this new sensation of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something that she didn't account for because why would a sadist like him have a sense of life?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Like
I was a little. Yeah.
it was
Go ahead.
something she just wasn't prepared for, and we've seen it with Homelander as well, where it's these psychotic people who throw her off at times. Um, and she has to try to figure out how to get around it. Homelander less as much.
I was going to
She's
say
still
I
able
did.
to.
Yeah, I kind of disagree
No,
with the
no. So,
Homelander part.
but to be what I'm getting at is she got stumped for a second, right? And then had to retrace her steps and figure it out. Like we saw like the concern for a moment because her plans got messed up. However, with Godolkin, it was completely different because it wasn't even like she could go back on her plans. Her plans were already ruined at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The only thing I disagree with is her getting caught off guard with Homelander. The only time I remember her being like hesitant was when Homelander was threatening to kill her. I think everything she had it planned out for Homelander. It's just like obviously the fear of being threatened to be murdered by him you know, scares people.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
otherwise, I still think like I think
She still had enough
she
whereabouts info.
planned she had planned for him to do that, but still the idea of being threatened, kind of like, whoa, let's take a step back, we'll figure this out. But I think like I keep saying, I think she planned for it. But like you said with Godolkin, the fact that he completely 360 that or 180 that like all of a sudden like plans are changing that that I can see throwing her off.
Completely, and the fact that he decided to have one last seminar, um, which was legitimately him telling everyone that he got rid of all of the rankings, which
Hmm.
was huge, and the fact that if you want to be the best, you got to show it. And watching all the different powers though was kind of cool, but
Yeah.
also watching them beat each other and not know what to do with it was terrifying.
Well,
And
the problem is that none of them, the fact that he could control all of them, which he said like I've never been able to do that before. So it's like they literally every single one of them became puppets, and the fact that I don't know who actually survived and who didn't after those first few fights, aside for the ones that we actually saw, but like uh that one kind of threw me for a loop because obviously everyone was fighting to the death, but like I was not expecting the training session to be actually training for him. Like that caught me off guard.
so it was funny. It wasn't until the first class, like I think it was halfway through the first class, right, is where I realized he's not training them.
Hmm.
Um, and I will admit, like initially, I did think he was like testing them
Yeah.
originally.
Well, no, what when I realized it, which I might have been delayed, like I might have realized it later than you. It was when he was talking to Sister Sage, and he was like, laying out his plan about like if I can control them, I can control Marie, and if I can control Marie, I can control
Control
Homelander.
Homelander, and
Um,
that scared her even more
yeah.
because then a controlled Homelander is unpredictable.
Hmm. Especially
With
because
with
I
him,
don't think she really thought that he could do it. Um,
correct, and that was the big thing. So and then the other thing with me was him using his hands and be like, now I get it.
yeah, now I
It's
understand.
it's an artistic thing. Like it means nothing, but at the same time, it's fun. Um, and so what's funny is there was one thing that was spoiled to me for this, um, and it really didn't spoil anything after I watched it, obviously. But it was the fact that they said there was a musical dance number in it, and so I watched it and I realized what the dance number
Oh
was.
yeah.
But it was like I took it as like they were legitimately doing like something from
Yep.
Sam's head, right?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
that's what I was thinking. And when I ever saw that, I went, "Well, I'm going to argue against that. That's not what that is." Although I agree the point of it, I'm more of stating like he was literally just doing it to he was doing it to prove his power.
Yeah.
Um, and
You lied to me.
no, but in a good way. Like I would have
Yeah.
thought that would have ruined it depending on how they did it, but they
Hmm.
did it so well that it worked out perfectly. Um,
Absolutely.
I do
It wasn't
understand.
anything serious. It was him just showboating.
No, absolutely, absolutely. It didn't. Yeah, exactly right. Um, I also love the fact of Emma getting big like, so when the group comes in, she just
Hmm.
gets big really quick and then kicks them. I just thought that was incredible in general. Um, and then when does she heal Kate? Is it? It
Uh,
had to have been before they went in
it
there.
was before they went in.
Anyway, so yeah, so she heals Kate, and then Kate's hearing everything now, which is good for her. But she's only able to heal her brain. We don't. I'm assuming she didn't heal her hand, her arm.
I don't think she healed her hand.
I
it
also
was
don't
just
know if
her
she could
her.
because it's not like it's.
They
I
never
don't
really
think
showed that. Yeah.
correct. She hasn't been able to grow a new body part at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
And if she was able to grow it, I feel like it's something that she has to constantly concentrate on. If she stops concentrating, it'll like dissolve kind of thing and like go away. I don't think she could literally like regrow the part.
Correct, because she only deals with the blood.
Yeah.
Correct.
Um
Correct.
I'm curious now if after seeing Godolkin, if you were correct about polarity, his powers being fixed temporarily. Because with Godolkin, they made a point to very much show that, as he was using his powers more and more, his burns were coming back. Um, so I'm curious if over time, with polarity using his powers more and more, and even like more strenuous on his body,
Oh,
the
that's
tremors
interesting.
would return.
That's interesting. So um, polarity takes Doug to the hospital or attempts to, right?
Hmm.
And then Black Noir comes, kills Doug, and then takes polarity. Um,
To the jail cell and talk about a show.
yeah. So here's my thing, though. So the way I took that scene was we already got the answer then that his powers are going to kill him still. Because it's when Sister Sage comes in and she goes, "You realize you just held off the inevitable." Because at first you're thinking she's talking about the fact that they're going to kill him, but in actuality, when I start seeing the burns and everything else, she knows that it's not a permanent heal, which means that's how I took it.
I had taken that as her kind of just taunting him. And also with that scene, I got kind of confused with that because I didn't think she was in herself. I thought that was what's his face? Godolkin. Because the way that she walked away, didn't seem like herself. So I had taken that entire scene as Godolkin just taunting him.
That's hilarious because I took it as Sister Sage being weird on purpose, so that way when she left, it wouldn't be that surprising that she left the door unlocked, or because it wasn't unlocked, but it was metal. So the idea is he was left unattended because she knew he was the only one that could stop his brainwaves.
Yes. I mean, I think that it mm. See, that scene was very much in between because the way that when she was in the room with him taunting him, I was like, okay, that's Sister Sage. And then when she was done talking, she had that like strange lost look in her face. When she went to leave, I was like, I think Godolkin had her under control. But then, like you said, with her leaving the door open, I was like, okay, did she have a little bit of resistance that she was able to fight it off to leave it open?
No, because here's my thought process with that. She's done that before. When her plans get ruined right before she lobotomizes herself, she uses her full brain power, whatever that looks like, and comes up with a brand new plan. And that's what I got out of it more. Here's the thing: we both could be right. Meaning,
Mm-hmm.
like, not at the same time, obviously, but I mean, like, obviously, one of us can be right. The idea is, it's like it. I think it was left ambiguous for many reasons, because the
Absolutely.
idea is that you're not supposed to know exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
Because, like you had stated, it wouldn't have been all that shocking if he took polarity out of there, and then wanted to see if his powers were strong enough to control him,
True. Yeah.
because he was that cocky, and his cockiness got rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, the whole group goes after Godolkin. Um, he controls Marie, who then technically controls all the others in a physical way instead of a mental way, which is weird to think about. But yes. Um, and then oh no, it was Polarity that came in that saved her.
Yeah.
Okay,
He came in and did like the
that's what it was.
brainwave that knocked
Yeah, yeah,
knocked
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah.
connection.
And then the girl touched him, and then she controlled him for a minute too. The chameleon.
Oh yes, yes.
That
Um,
was hilarious because she didn't know what the heck she was doing.
yeah. That
She's
was
like,
like, is it
"Am I
working?
controlling everyone? Am I controlling everyone?" And everyone's like, "Is this everyone?" And it's like, "All right, what you're doing now, do the opposite." Okay, and they all just fall. And I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Yep.
Which was so perfect. Like we got to see the level up and everything else, even with them, right?
Hmm.
Like, which I thought was very interesting as well. And then the fact that Marie knew what it felt like to have him inside of her. mentally, and so she was able to block him.
And then just murked him.
Yeah, yeah. It so. I'll say this: based on how the episode was going, I knew they had to kill him because he could never work with Homelander.
He was too powerful. They could not leave
Correct.
him
No, no,
alive.
no. They
Yeah.
couldn't let him live. However, I did think he was going to be in for season 5.
I thought
Obviously,
I thought I thought there was going to be some way that he would have gotten away, or
I
I'll
don't
be
think he.
honest. One of my disappointments in the episode was I was a little disappointed that we didn't see Homelander. I thought he was going to show up at the end in some fashion, and I thought he was going to show up in that like in the last minute fight scene to like do something, but
No, it makes sense right now that he doesn't, because the idea is no. Here's my reasoning.
yeah.
Because he goes there, right? It then shows to the world that soups can't handle themselves right now, and it adds a bad message, right? So right now you need to have the humans go there to be blamed for it for then showing, right? They're gonna have to try to figure that out.
Uh,
They need to blame the humans
I
for
no, I
what happened.
understand. Yeah, they need to blame the humans, but I don't see how humans going in there to investigate is going to be humans are blaming them.
So the idea is if Homelander goes down there, right? He's gonna then it makes it this is where it gets weird, right? Because the idea is the school is supposed to be a safe place, right? Now obviously it's very weird to have Homelander be there again, right? For a second time. And Sister Sage made it well, here's the other thing. We also noticed too that he's reaching out to Sister Sage
Yeah,
for
to figure
action,
out what's going on. Yeah.
which also makes me think that that's another reason why he didn't show up was because he's going to wait to listen to her and her plan, which is weird, but
I
also
think
makes sense.
I think I think the blame is very easy, and that is to blame the Starlighters, because
No,
that's
that is fair. That
so
is
like
fair.
if he goes there anyways, it's going to be soup on soup violence, where it's like okay, the star see what the Starlighters are doing. They're
All right.
killing
How
soups
about
that aren't
this?
doing anything.
How about this? The idea he doesn't go is because how would they not believe that Homelander wouldn't catch them and arrest them all or kill them? So the
Yeah, but
idea
I mean,
is because it wasn't
they've been
actually them.
yeah, but they've been dodging things anyways. Starlighters have been dodging
Yeah,
already.
but they've been twisting it. Like, look at Firecracker. She's been twisting things since 1912.
So, so that's my point. Like they can already be like, okay, look at this. This is what's going
No, that's
on.
fair. That's fair. That's
We
fair.
have to stop the Starlighters. Like even this safe haven over here, they don't like.
I felt like it was perfectly timed to not have him there. I think it made sense not to have him, just because
I think
he's
what
that guy.
happened I think what happened was because of the fact that we got the phone call from him. I was like, okay, he's showing up because it's like, and the fact that she was
No,
terrified because she was she
she
was
hung
like
up.
you
Oh no,
can't
she didn't hang
tell
up. She ignored.
she ignored it, but she was like, you can't. We have to work on a proper way to tell Homelander because if you don't tell him right, he gonna kill you. And the fact that he did it his own way, and then we got the phone call from Homelanders, and he's going like, "What's going on? What is this, Sister Shay? Like, tell me what's happening." Because of the fact that she didn't pick up the phone, I was in my head. I was like, "Oh, he's definitely showing up now because he wants to figure out because he's nosy. He wants to know what's going on."
He is nosy, but the way we left him in season 4, he's relying heavily on her now. So I feel like he doesn't act unless she says so. And I don't mean so much like obedience fully, but the idea is he's realizing she has a plan that outmatches his brain power.
I mean, yeah, that could be. Yeah.
I will say this. I'm not saying he will ever admit that ever.
Oh no.
However,
Yeah.
I do believe he realized that at the end of season 4 because he would not in a million years have gone and asked her questions.
Yeah. No. I mean that I can possibly
Yeah.
get on board with.
But yeah, so then Godalkin gets blowed up and then we have um Polarity telling them to run, which I thought was interesting.
And he was
Um
staying behind.
which made sense.
Hmm.
Um for sure because it would look really bad if a teacher left.
I mean,
But
they already said that he's on a suicide mission. So I'm
no,
curious what. what that actually entails. Like
Well,
obviously,
he's also
uh,
making it seem like it's not anymore.
well, yes, he's playing it off that way. But if Homelander were to show up,
Oh no, 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 absolutely, absolutely. But he can at least hold him off long enough to get them out of there.
that they can get away. Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
that's more,
Yeah.
and I will have to agree to that 100%. But then so I just find it funny that they're all together. Um, they are the most misfit group of people.
Hmm.
Um, Interesting that they didn't take the chameleon, bush bushwhacker, and the flyboy. Um,
Well, they had I mean, the boyfriend said he was staying behind, so
well, he was the only one that said that. The other two didn't
the
say
other
that.
two we didn't see them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
We got confirmation that where the butt people come from. This guy dude's got a portal coming out of his butt that can hold an infinite amount of people.
yeah. So all right. So that was another thing that was we didn't mention because I didn't want to have that thought in my head
Yeah.
until now here it is. No, you know what I called it? I literally called it his anus was a clown car because everybody came out of there, and it just was every single person just came out, and it
Yeah.
just kept happening, and it was even funnier that it took him getting squeezed to start it happening.
Well, I don't know if it was him getting squeezed or the process of him getting bent over because
Also true. Also true.
I don't know if like Marie actually had him do it or if it was just a reaction. Well, the thing was is that
He was under the control of
he was
Godolphin.
under the control of Godolkin at that point. But so when Marie bent him over, she said Jordan now, and that's when she blasted the people. So I'm wondering how much like was he did she control him to do it? Does the act of him getting bent over automatically get open up the portal so people can get out? The fact that I'm
Here's
calling his butt a portal is
Well,
so,
here's my thought process on it, right? I feel like it the reason why she had to do the energy blast or whatever you want to call it, the like the wave of energy that kind of I think that needed to open it. Meaning like I'm wondering if it needed to be forced open, right? Because yep, yep, because he was not in control of himself.
his his cheeks were clenched.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's his actual anus that is the portal. So by definition, it would need to be opened to get people out.
The fact that
And
we're this is a serious conversation right now.
it's unfortunately a very serious. You brought this up.
I
This is
did,
so.
but it's part of the
It is,
story.
but I was gonna just say they came in, and they did. But they came in through the butt guy, portal butt guy. But no, I legitimately here's how I took it. I took it that his anus was was like the covering of the portal, okay. And what
Yep.
needed to happen was the energy blast popped it open enough for them to then open it up to get out.
Yeah. I'm laughing, but I actually agree with you. I know, I don't
No,
know.
no, it's
It's just
hilarious.
the
It's
fact.
hilarious that this is a conversation that has to be had, but at the same time, it's like we have to think the logistics because you're right. He was under the control of Godolkin. He, to be fair, if he was not, he would have just opened it up himself because he
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
agreed to the
It
plan.
was his. It was part of his idea. Yeah.
Correct, because he wouldn't have just let a bunch of people inside of him unless he agreed to it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'm still not confident that the portal isn't somewhere inside of him. Um, but yeah, it was. There was a lot of people. Everyone came out. Blah blah blah. Um, and then the fight ensued, which was an incredible fight.
No, it was a good fight. Absolutely. Yeah.
I was very like it was one of those things where although it wasn't like as grandiose as most of like the boys
Hmm.
what like battles are, it was still so good,
No,
right?
it it was absolutely a good fight. It had twists and turns where you weren't expecting Marie to get brain controlled and then end up fighting her friends, and like oh my god, what's going to happen? And then polarity coming in,
And weirdly
and
enough,
then
I
leading to Marie just murking him.
I also just loved the fact of like her as the actress, right? Being Godolkin was also kind of cool too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like obviously like it's like well obviously but no like she like as weird as it sounds like it worked perfectly with him
yeah.
being in control of her, which was awesome.
She
um
portrayed it well. Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
absolutely. And no, I was just impressed. I was impressed with it. I also didn't feel like it was rushed.
No, I didn't. No.
I have to say, like, I was very impressed. What I will say is, I was surprised. So once it was done, once he was exploded, right? I thought it was like, I don't want to say it was dragging because it was needed, but I felt like there was a lot of time after, even though it really wasn't. And I just think it was just because we were waiting for something to like
We were
really
like expecting another big moment to happen,
like a
and
Homelander esque thing, right? Like
yeah,
that kind of thing. And what we got was, although not exactly what we had thought, it was what we needed in the sense of to get us ready for season 5 of The Boys,
yeah.
which was A Train and Starlight together.
hmm And I'm
Um,
wondering, and whoever else is obviously Huey. Uh, but like,
but
who else?
isn't Huey captured? Isn't everyone captured?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Everybody is
Because
captured.
everyone was captured except for Starlight. Starlight was the only one that was able to get away. Because remember, like
What was Kimiko captured?
yeah, remember it was Sam and Kate. She
Yes.
t- sh- they he grabbed, I believe he grabbed Frenchie, and then she controlled
No.
her, or was it the other way around?
He controlled. She controlled Frenchie. Just had him walk into the van, and Sam was holding her down,
Oh,
and
that's yeah,
that's when Kimiko yelled.
yes.
She spoke for the first time. um, that's right. But we technically didn't see her get like captured. Sam
But
was just holding her down,
the
but we knew that
assumption,
she
yeah,
was captured.
yeah. So everyone,
Um,
so to my knowledge, right now it's Starlight. A Train doesn't count as part of the group only because he wasn't at the time. Now he is
yeah,
obviously.
he came after. Yeah.
And Butcher were the only two. Starlight and Butcher were the only two that were freed.
hmm
And I don't even want to say freed because they never went after Butcher. But Starlight was able to get away.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I'm imagining season 5 starts with the Resistance breaking them out.
I think they're going to be looking for them. I don't think they're going to get broken out immediately.
I have a feeling that like well, all right. How about I say it this way? Because because of how they always do it, it will be in the 3 episode premiere. They will be released.
Fair.
So like
That's fair. That's fair.
in my mind it's like the day of they're gonna be let free. But then I realized you're right. It's not gonna be episode 1. But like to me, all of that is episode 1.
No, that's fair. That is fair.
That's why I changed my statement because I was like, no, it will. I mean, it's 3 episodes, obviously. But no, yeah, we're on the same page. Um, but yeah, I'm actually very much looking forward to it because I don't really know 100% where season 5 is gonna like lead to
Yeah.
in like the best way possible. Like they are gonna go balls to the wall.
Oh yeah. And especially for it to be the send off of this series, like
Like
it's got to
the
be.
main series is done. Like the
Yeah.
universe is not done, but the main series is done. I
Yeah.
am very much looking forward to that. And seeing where that's going to go because it's going to lead to a bunch of spin-offs. There's already another one that's 100% confirmed, which is right now just being called The Boys Mexico.
hmm
Obviously, it's going to have most likely a different name later, but for right now, that's what it is.
I mean, could just be Mexico,
Well, no, you're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, it's like we don't right now. It's just
We don't know.
the
Yeah.
placeholder for right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, it was
Oh, well,
super.
no, we have another one. It's Soldier
Oh,
Boy and Stormfront.
yeah. You're right. You're right. That's the prequel series. You're right.
Yes. Yep.
Oh no, we could see Godolkin.
We could see a young Godolkin. We could. Before he gets his powers.
Yes. Well, what's weird is like it would still have to be the same actor.
Makeup. I mean,
No, no, no. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just stating like realistically because I feel like they're going to be showing a time when they all had their powers, except
well,
for
I'm
Godolkin, because
I was
Godolkin is the only one that wouldn't have his powers.
yeah,
But he would
Godolkin
be,
came after.
but he would be the same age as them visually. If you understand, like he would still look the same because he never aged.
Well, so like what I mean is like depends on
It
like the
depends on when
time.
they're actually starting. Yeah,
Yeah, because Godolkin got his powers after I had been assuming that this like they were gone, and then he was like, okay, we have to recreate this. They never really specified when. All we know is they got the same V that Soldier Boy and Stormfront got. That's the only thing we know.
correct, correct. That's why I'm assuming it's the same within the. I'm taking it as the same 5 years that they got their powers. Like within
Okay.
5 years. That's where I'm guessing, right? So that's why mentally I'm thinking like it would just be the same actor because he would look the same age.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm very much looking forward to it. Because I did forget about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. That has
Yeah.
been confirmed, but that I don't think that's coming out until after The Boys season 5.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be
That's what I
later.
thought.
Yep.
But they've all agreed to be in it, which I think is awesome. Um, they're the only two that have been confirmed is Soldier Boy and her.
I mean, it's based off them, so they kind of
No,
have
no,
to be.
I know, but
Like,
but what I'm getting at is like we don't know who else is going to be in it, in
yeah,
a sense of like that.
I have a
Um,
feeling that it's going to be a lot of the original storm, like the people that were in the team that he was hunting down in season 3. It's going to be a younger version of all of them.
oh, I think it's
Uh,
going to go even further back where we're gonna because she's not Stormfront back then. She's Lady Liberty.
well, yes, but like we're going to be seeing like the origins of those
Yeah,
guys and
that's what I'm
whatnot.
saying. Yeah,
But
you're right. I'm saying
I mean, like I'm so, like the people that he was hunting down in season 3. We're gonna get younger versions of them, and then whoever else is in that time period, this is all gonna be new stuff. Um, the
yes,
only one like we could see, like Vought, we're gonna see him actually Vought.
yes, we will.
I'm
We're gonna
assuming.
see. Well, I'm also wondering if we're gonna get a young Edgar.
I don't think Edgar's that old.
You're right. He's not.
So
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no. I paused. I paused. I'm sorry. I paused, but you're right. You are absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. We won't. However, we might. Weirdly enough, we might get what's her name. So it's not her. We're not obviously not going to get her, but the woman who was in charge under Edgar in season 1.
I forget her name, but
She. The actress is Elizabeth Shue. I'm thinking they're going to have her father, who's going to be friends specifically with Vought. That's going to be my guess. There's going to be hints to like other characters that are obviously not the characters, right?
I would say if anything, it would be if they're gonna put a relationship like that, it would be her grandfather.
Sorry, yes, but you get my yes, you're correct. But you yes,
If they can if it's like, oh, this is like like a job that gets passed down generation to generation kind of thing, then it would be her grandfather. Um,
then yes. But you get my point, right?
yeah.
I feel like
I'm sitting here going like, man, you are really aging these people so much. Like this is supposed to take place I think this is supposed to take place in the 30s and 40s, and you're just like expecting these people to be ancient.
yeah, my grandparents were alive in the 30s.
No, I know, but you're saying Edgar and the
No, Edgar, I
woman.
went too far. No, I didn't say her. I said her father.
No, I know. So like even that I think is too
No, I
is
disagree actually. Because here's my reasoning. Because so she it could be her dad. The reason why I say that is because he could have had the kid a little bit later. He could have multiple kids, right?
well, so like that like I was gonna say like it could be him or potentially the grandfather because depending on how old he is. Like if the father could be old, like really old, uh so like it could potentially work.
Because she's in her 50s, right? That was the idea. She was like, oh no, she was in like her late 40s, early 50s, because it was like a surprise that she could have a kid.
Um I don't remember that aspect of it. I don't know if it was a surprise that she was having a kid. I think it was just like why are you having a kid?
That's fair. I took it as that way. Um, but my yeah, so the idea would then be because she. So here's my thought process, right? Because like then it would make sense because then in my mind, her father in the 30s could have potentially have been, excuse me, um,
Stillwell. That was her name.
Stillwell. Yeah,
Madeline Stillwell.
but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, regardless, we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I know you are. We don't have a date yet still, which I find to be interesting.
No.
I feel like we'll probably get one, probably the like New Year's. That's my
So
guess.
so Google is saying that Stillwell was in her late 30s or early 40s.
She was playing younger than I thought. I'm sorry.
Um,
Yeah, so it would have
it's
to be
not
the kid.
specified, but based on the age difference between Homelander, she is likely in her late 30s or early 40s. It was suggested that she met Homelander when she was younger, potentially in her teens.
Yes. And how could she have met him in his teens or her teens? Was because Daddy worked for Vought.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm very curious on all that. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, it's gonna expand the universe. I'm excited either way, and just seeing where it goes. But for now, do you have anything else you want to talk about, or do you want to go right into your spotlight?
No, like I said, it was a great season,
Oh,
absolutely
yeah,
phenomenal season.
agreed.
Like I said, I just felt like the ending kind of just like it because of the setup when they all came together. I was like, all right, this kind of feels out of place with the rest of the episode, but it makes sense. Rest of the season, but it makes sense and it does work. Like I'm not taking that away. Still fantastic.
No,
Um,
it was very good. I don't think there was a miss this
no,
season. I didn't
no,
feel like that at all.
no.
Um,
Still, like I said at the very beginning, is the absolute first 10 minutes of the episode one being a complete jaw dropper and like what the hell is going on. They do not fail with that every season. I cannot wait to see what season five is going to be.
well, I think they did such a great job with this show, more so than I felt in season four of The Boys, where it was like we had no idea where it was. Like we knew the initial next step,
Hmm.
but we knew nothing about how we were going to get there. We didn't know how high the step was. We didn't know
Yeah,
if it was a left or a right, but we knew where it was going to. We knew it.
I think the big thing for me, the difference between this season and season four, because you know how disappointed I was in season four, is that I felt like everything that happened in season four, it was just like, what was the point of this? Because it was literally just meant to set up season five. Whereas
And this one
was
felt like its own thing.
it felt like its own thing that was leading towards this.
I also agree. Where it was
Um,
like this felt like it would easily go into season five without it being only to represent getting ready for season five.
yeah, yeah. Like I felt like with season four, like they did a bunch of stuff and everything kind of got undone just to set up the next season. I was like, there was no point to the season. Whereas this, like, it actually enhanced everything. It built these characters. It built towards the plot. Like
Agreed.
everything. I
No,
think they did this season so much better than season four.
I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. And what makes me very happy about this is that because it shows that they can do it again for season five. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I was a little concerned after season four, like maybe they lost their mojo.
yeah,
But seeing Gen V season two made me go, oh,
yeah.
they still got it.
Especially with having to rewrite everything because of the death of Andre. Um,
Because
like
correct, correct. I 100% agree.
yeah,
Um, and
because
that was
obviously, like we said, that we were so curious with how they were going to do that, and they did such a fantastic job with that, honoring the actor and honoring the character and building a story based around that.
yeah.
Uh, it was great. Um, so yeah, I mean that's all I want to say on the boys on Gen V. So unless you got something else, you ready for my spotlight?
I am ready.
All right. So I'm gonna piss you off. I'm gonna give you a choice. It's how I think this is kind of like how you did with Halloween theme. Um,
Okay.
so there's three character spotlights that I had a potential for. The first one is called Failsafe. Second one is called James Gordon Jr. The third one is the Upside Down Man. Which
Oh, I actually know the Upside Down Man.
oh, you do? Okay,
Well,
good.
not so I will say this. It's not like I know him like religiously, but I know his shtick, and like he's like one of like supposedly like the I don't want to say strongest, but like the most menacing in a while that's come to be.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. He's pretty messed up. I'll give you like a little the upside down man. The upside down man is a kind of a short character. The other two are kind of long.
Let's do the Upside Down Man in, because I feel like I know. Weirdly enough, I know of him, so I know what I'm expecting. Because like he stands upright, but his mouth is upside down, or is it the opposite? He's upside down and his mouth is upside right.
He is upside down and his mouth is like at his forehead.
Yeah, I knew there was something weird about. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go with the upside down man. I when going through this, I might it like things might kind of go on top of each other because I got his info. There's not much information on him, so I went to two different sites to get his information. So I apologize if it's some things are repeated, but not too many were. So the upside down man was introduced in September of 2018.
Yes.
Um, the upside down man was one of the other kind, and the other kind is a race of magical monsters that dwell in the other place, which is the source of all things horrific, evil, and twisted magic in the multiverse. Um, the origin of him, he was formed when creation gave birth to magic. Magic, in its raw form, eventually turned into a bright light that formed Hecate, uh, the first magical being. As she was formed from the light, the upside down man was formed from darkness in the other place. Frightened by his presence, Hecate created a barrier to hide the upside down man away, not wanting her beautiful realm to be tainted by horror. The great darkness eventually took control of the upside down man's mind, alongside many other cosmic forces of evil who had sought its power. The darkness's force invaded the multiverse, um, and the Justice League Incarnate and the Justice League of Earth Zero tracked the origin point of the invasion to the ruins of the pre crisis multiverse. Dr. Multiverse teleported the teams to the second multiverse where Pariah was modifying his antimatter chamber from the first crisis to allow darkness to enter reality. Just so you know, darkness is it's not like the darkness, it's like an actual entity.
I was gonna say, isn't it like a magical source almost? Like
Yeah.
it's like it's like it's like the void.
Yes. Yeah.
Like obviously not the same thing, but like it's a thing. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not just a not. It's yeah. I got you.
It's not just a saying like, oh, like
Yeah,
the evil darkness.
it's
It's
not like
yeah.
it's not like there's just no light there. It's something like it is something.
It's some kind of being or entity or something. Um uh
Sorry.
no, I just lost my place. So no, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, here we go. The heroes attempted to reason with Pariah, but he refused to listen and summoned the Upside Down Man as well as other possessed villains. However, Green Arrow was able to destroy the chamber, cutting the darkness's link to reality and causing the Upside Down Man and the rest of the forces to dissipate. Eventually, the Upside Down Man and the darkness's army did invade Earth Zero. The heroes managed to banish Pariah to a pocket universe, but the Upside Down Man remained possessed. Uh, as oh, okay, sorry. So if Pariah was banished to another universe, but Upside Down Man and the other villains remained possessed as the corruption of the darkness eventually transferred into Deathstroke. Um, Later, Black Adam eventually uses his lightning to purge the darkness from Deathstroke, eventually freeing the Upside Down Man as well as other villains. Um, Much later down the line, he is brought back and he is seen attending a birthday party of Nocturna's in New York City. I don't know that he just was there.
Yeah.
um,
So you got to show up.
yep. So this is where, like I said, now I'm going into another site, which gives a little bit more of him. So again, I apologize if this kind of repeats some things, but I felt like the two sites kind of gave two little bit more insight. Um, so the Upside Down Man was one of the oldest magical beings in the universe. He resided in the dark multiverse, and like I said, he was Hectate's counterpart. Um, he was born from magic when it came into being. Um, After the death of Hectate and the rise of the Great Darkness, the Upside Down Man was freed, becoming its servant. He was freed from her locking him away. He later encountered the Justice League Dark, who at that time was under Wonder Woman's leadership. Uh, he had said that Hecate causing humans and gods to learn magic from her and some dark magic allowed the Upside Down Man to be freed. However, he soon finds out that the team is too strong for him to beat, so he retreats. In the Dark Crisis event, the Great Darkness enslaves the Upside Down Man alongside the Empty Hand, Darkseid, Eclipso, Ares, Neron, Necron, Doomsday, and Pariah, who serves as the Great Darkness's herald. He was also the one who corrupted Circe into becoming Hectate's replacement, causing the multiverse to begin dying. Sometime later, he appears alongside the Dark Army when they began to attack the Justice League, seemingly killing them with the younger heroes. Uh, like I said, then later he was shown in a party. Um, the big difference with this other site was the fact that they went into more detail of who the Great Darkness was able to corrupt, which he was able to corrupt some pretty powerful beings, mainly Doomsday and Darkseid, which I think
Oh,
is wild. Um, so powers and abilities. He is a magic user. He is a predatory entity made up of pure magic. Naboo stated that the Upside Down Man's magic is potent as it draws from the source. Um, which the source is it's considered the greatest one of the greatest enigmas. Some believe it is be created by some believe it created as well as was created by the universe. And in the DC universe world, it had appeared around 19 billion years ago. So he has biofission, which means he can generate other kind from his body, meaning like his other beings of his race. Cosmic awareness. Um, he is able to watch over Earth Prime from the other place. He can travel between dimensions. He has enhanced senses, which, according to this, it says that he was able to sense John Constantine. He was able to sense that John Constantine channeled magic through his blood. He was also able to identify it as demon blood. Um,
why am I not surprised with John?
yeah. He was also able to sense the mark of Hecate in Wonder Woman. Um, Eldritch Blasts. It says the Upside Down Man can project powerful blasts and waves of magic energy. A blast of this energy was powerful enough to destroy Swamp Thing. He can fly.
When you
Oh,
say destroy him, do you mean like completely or just his body?
I am assuming like completely destroy Swamp Thing.
No, no,
It
but
doesn't.
you could.
It doesn't specify,
No,
but
I'm just asking because it's like you could destroy his body, but like he then not die because he's part of the green.
Yeah.
But like, that's why I was asking. So sorry.
I because
Because
they
it's
didn't
magic. Because it's magic. I get it. No, no, it
the
can be a thing.
well what I was gonna say was because they didn't specify and they didn't say like destroy his body. I feel like if
It's
it's supposed to
destroying
be
all of him. Yeah.
yeah. So because of that, I feel like just destroying the body isn't a big deal, but destroying Swamp
Him.
Thing
No, no,
is
correct. Then no, that is a bigger feat, obviously.
yeah.
Because why else would
Um.
you mention it?
He can fly. He has geokinesis, which is he's capable of manipulating terrain of the other place. He is immortal. He has metamorphosis. He can reconstruct his molecular structure. Power distribution, reality alteration. He can regenerate, and obviously, he has superhuman agility, reflexes, speed, strength. He has telekinesis and teleportation. Um, I yeah, like I said, I looked up some horror villains of the DC universe. He was ranked at number 2,
Who was number one?
James Gordon Jr.
Oh, I've heard he's really bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, so excellent. So next
Wait.
week,
Uh.
we're going
Uh.
to be talking about any
Yep.
trailers that come out and the season 3 of Visions, and then a character spotlight from me. Also, this is our last episode in October.
Yeah, it's wild.
I know. We're already like, it's so weird to think about like
this year,
Saturday.
this year flew
Saturday is
by.
November already. It
Yep.
blows my mind. So yeah. So next episode is gonna be, like I said, any trailers that come out. However, I don't know if there will be. We never really do.
Nope.
Um, and then we'll talk about season 3 of Visions, and then a character spotlight for me, and then Mike and I will have to discuss what we do from then on, because on paper, right this second, it's looking like there's nothing until January.
Yeah, I mean, every the only thing that we had was Wonder Man, and that got postponed. So
Yeah,
to
because I
the end, to the end of January.
correct, correct. Because I thought it was going to be like beginning of December ish,
Yeah.
and we got it well after that. But if you made it this far into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Scott and Mike signing out of the Black Eel Podcast. Have a wonderful night. Bye bye.